Hey everybody, it's Pixels, and welcome to Redacted Live! It's a horror game from itch.io. Well, I don't know if I describe it as a horror game. Like, it's kind of a horror game. I don't know. It was under their horror section, because they have like a little Halloween horror spooky section. But I've seen this game before and wanted to play it, but just haven't yet. I've actually made a huge list of games that I want to play, and that I think I'm going to try to power through and get them to you guys, because there's some cool games. It's just, haven't played them yet. Haven't been motivating myself very well. Bad me. Bad Pixel. Bad. Anyway, so I'm going to read you the short little blurb that's up that says, Adrian has just moved into an old mansion with his girlfriend Rebecca after another couple hurriedly leave the mansion. A spooky backstory about the house is revealed and some seemingly unexplainable events occur. Adrian comes to a conclusion. He realizes that he is in a horror game. A badly written horror game. And he wants to leave. Alright, so let's get this started. This little dude right here I know is Adrian. And this, I'm not sure who that is. I don't know. Let's start! I first realized that I was a character in a video game about 3 weeks ago. At first, I noticed little things. Glitches, things blinking in and out of existence. We had some texture mapping issues. I'm sorry about that. You know, just little clipping glitches. It'll be okay. Then I tried to remember things like how I met my girlfriend Rebecca, where I was born, or either of my parents' names. I couldn't remember. I could only remember as far back as a month ago. It was a hard 3 weeks. The worst part was that when I tried to explain this all to Rebecca, it was like she wouldn't listen to me. Like she couldn't hear me. I guess the game's programming could only stretch so far. Oh my goodness, I am a game character that now has AI. I have AI. That's what it is. I'm AI. Eventually, I decided to just let things happen and see how things would unfold. I mean, after all, despite how existential crisis-inducing finding out your life's a game was, my life was a pretty good life. Might as well enjoy it, right? You have no idea how hard that, like, exponential existence thing was for a second. I was like, do what? Excuse me? Then Rebecca decided we should move out. Finding an affordable home to rent, it was too large a place to own all by ourselves. We packed our things from our city apartment and drove to the countryside. We're here! Look. Oh, that's not spooky. Not spooky at all. We stepped out of a car. Hey, Becca. There it is, Adrian. The house is over there, at the end of the road. I looked at the mansion in the distance. Come on, Shishka? Come on, Shishka. I'm gonna say Shishka, because that's a thing. Right? Right. I opened the back door of the car to let Shishka out. It must be the dog. Doggy! Shishka was our Shishka was our dog, by the way. Holy crap, that's gonna be a problem. However, as soon as she got out of the car, Shishka started growling. I probably would too. Well, that's a bad sign. Rebecca turned to Shishka. Aw, what's the matter, girl? She's pissed, that's what's the matter. I don't know if I'd say she was scared at the house, because that look right there is just like guardy pissed off, so I'm gonna say this one. Just da. I held my tongue, but still, that can't be good. Oh, look, she's fine now. She's like, no, I'm good. It went away. What could spook her like that? Never mind. Let's go inside. Yeah, because that seems like a great idea. Just wonderful. Alright. No, this place looks great. Not spooky at all. I looked around. I could see from here that there was a study room that led to a massive grand ballroom. It was the kind of grand ballroom that I could imagine also doubling as a final boss arena. Okay, question. You guys decided to move from the city to a place that's bigger than your apartment, which is fine. A lot of people want to move out of their apartments into a bigger space. But, you moved into a freaking mansion when you couldn't afford your apartment? How did that work out? Or did I just read that section wrong? I may have read that section wrong. Very, very unusual furniture. I stared at a weird painting of what I interpreted as two horses. The frame it was in looked like it had 4 sets of claws trying to rip the artwork open. You know, I see it now. There we go. There's the claws. Okay. I gotcha. Very unusual. I prefer to call it rustic charm. I like how old-timey this place looks. Uh-huh. Yeah. What? Scared? No. Well, I don't think something's gonna jump out and shout, "Oogie boogie boogie," but I still feel a huge amount of unease. Don't worry, I'll protect you from anything in this household. Yep, see, look, she's glitching. That is not normal right there. I don't think she should be doing that. Yeah, no, yeah. Rebecca started glitching out again. It happened from time to time. Oh, he's just used to it. He's like, it happens. She'll be alright. She's fine. It was the first thing that made me realize I was in a game. Yeah, that make you realize you're in some type of alternate virtual reality. Take the VR headset off and take a break. You just need a minute. That's what it is. They fell asleep in their VR headset and now he's just freaking out. It used to freak me out, but now the novelty's worn off. Or the shock's worn off. Whatever you want to call it. I would say shock. It'd be more like shock. It seemed like me acting out of character causes this. It's like Rebecca can't figure out how to react to me. Yep, just gonna not say anything. Adrian? Earth to Adrian? I snapped out of it. Yeah, Rebecca? I said I'll protect you. Sure. Now I know what you may be thinking. If we were moving into this house, why were we acting like we'd never stepped foot in this house before? Apparently, this is a world where you pay an estate agent a lot of money and just hope for the best. Yeah, because that's not bad or anything. You just cross your fingers and wish really hard that they don't put you in a haunted fucking mansion that you can't afford. That didn't work out so well, did it? And then, magically, find a beautiful house you can afford to lodge in. Uh-huh. We're leaving this crazy house. A young couple come lumbering down the stairs. They were each carrying a suitcase. I've had it. I can stand for a lot of things, but not this. And with that, the couple left. Bye-bye. My. Hello. Not creepy person. A person whose gender was unclear to me approached us. They were wrapped up in several layers of winter clothing. Despite the fact that it wasn't winter. Well, I'm gonna say it's probably fall by the way you guys are dressed. I mean, she does have a coat on, some leggings, you got a nice little vest, long sleeve shirt, whatever the hell this is. It seems another family has left us, with another to replace them. It's like a revolving door around here. Hello, my name is Tarly. I'm gonna say Tarly. How are you? Their voice was also ambiguous, and now, just in terms of gender, the voice sounded young and ancient, childish yet wise, all at the same time. I'm not that talented. You're not gonna get that voice out of me. I'm Rebecca, and this is Adrian. She's just a valley girl. That's what she is, valley girl. Why were those people leaving? They're scared of the spirit who dwells in this household. It's a terrible story, one fraught with tragedy. Would you like to hear it? I told him that no, we wouldn't, and Trilly began. Of course he's gonna begin. The sweater-layered character told Rebecca and me pretty full and complete information about the mansion. They told us about how the structure was originally commissioned in the 1800s and about the original owners of the mansion. Miro and Clara were a couple who'd recently married before moving into their new home. Miro first met Clara when she became his assistant for his magic act. This eventually led to them falling in love with each other. Miro, the magician, as he was called, was an illusionist. He was also rumored to have dabbled in two dubious things, adultery and the dark arts, though neither was ever proven publicly. He was apparently successful enough as a magician to afford the mansion and continued performing with Clara for many years until... Because there's always an until with these stories. Until... For some reason, my mind kept wandering, but I did my best to stay focused to Trilly's cliched story. Da-da-da. That really was an awful picture frame. So what happened to the magician and his wife? They disappeared. I sighed. No one seemed to notice. Really? The magician disappeared? How ironic. Very cute. He is just so over this. He's just like, fuck, I don't care. Can I just go sit this one out, guys? Please? They completely vanished. Alright, let's see. Were they ever found? Vanished. That sounds like a great magic act. Oh my goodness. I would really love to know if they were ever found, but they did vanish, so I'm gonna say they were never found, so we're gonna be a snarky snark. That must have gone down well with the audience. It wasn't a magic trick. They had vanished from their household without taking anything with them. She took me seriously. I could see that my sarcasm has once again wasted in this world. No. They became missing for several days. Eventually, Mira was found dead in the basement of this very mansion. His body was covered with long, deep slash marks like he'd been scratched to pieces by some sort of long-fingered animal. But his wife was never found. I think Clara knew that her husband had been cheating on her. Maybe when she found out, she confronted him with it. Maybe Miro kept a book filled with black magic, and that had something to do with it. But I think something very dark happened on the night they disappeared. And I believe that Clara's ghost still haunts this place to this day. It would explain all the strange things in this place, eerie noises, furniture rearranging itself after you leave the room. Then Trilly suddenly stopped their history lecture. Do you believe in ghosts? I've never really thought of it seriously before. But no, I don't believe in ghosts. Sorry. It's fine. No need to apologize to me. And what about your beau? What does he think? I don't know. Let's see. Why are you telling us this? How do you know all of this? All of these are very good questions. I don't really care why he's telling us. I kind of want to know why he knows. How do you know all of this? I researched the mansion's history laboriously. I think it's important to know the history of a home that's managed to stick around for over 100 years. I'll take that. That's, not a bad answer. You're like the house's historian. Gotcha. But why are you still staying here if you believe there's a ghost? I've made this an occupation of mine. In the past, I've proven to have a knack for solving ghost problems and helping them find peace. You're a medium, I see. You're a ghost hunter? Not a hunter, my dear. I prefer to think of myself as a ghost whisperer. Not related to any movie or TV show or anything like that. ... Are there really enough ghosts in the world for you to do that? Well, you'd be surprised. But I also provide other services to people, living people, like Wiccan charms and divinations. I'll give your girlfriend a tarot reading if you like, free of charge. Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never had a tarot card reading before. Oh boy. Well, this is gonna go great. After clearing a space on one of the tables, Lee got Rebecca to shuffle a tarot deck. I looked at a bouquet of freshly cut flowers nearby. They were white lilies because, of course, they would have been white lilies. That's not ominous. The funeral flower, a symbol of death. Totally not there on purpose. Of course, the game designers couldn't resist that. Taking the cards from her, Trilly took the top 5 cards off the deck, placed them face down in a formation on the table. This tarot card reading will be an interpretation of your future. They, meaning Trilly, not Rebecca, and Trilly, slowly flipped over each card, revealing their illustrations. Oh. They're not gonna say they sense danger or anything cliche like that, are they? What's wrong, Trilly? This looks bad. You know, I can't say this character's name right, even though I interpreted their name terribly. What did I say? Tierly? Tierly? I'm gonna say Tierly. Tierly. Tarly. Maybe it's Tarly. I'm gonna say Tarly. Sigh. Tell me, I wanna know. Well, it's all up to interpretation, but... Dun dun dun! Tarly pointed to the center card. The Fool. This card represents the Fool. That's you. I tried not to smirk at the bad phrasing. Nope, absolutely no room for interpretation there. Luckily, Rebecca didn't seem to notice. The card in the center represents the person this is going to happen to, and the Fool is usually a person who is both curious and lucky. Rebecca put her arm around mine and squeezed it. Well, I'm certainly lucky to have Adrian. Yeah, and I you. Oh, that was a cute, not smarky moment. Smarky? I made a new word. No matter what I may say about Rebecca, I really do care about her. But that's what makes this feeling in the back of my mind worse. Oh, that's not a bad one, right? The card below represents a person who will be involved. This represents demeanor and endurance. Determination and endurance. Oh, so a determined person. Exactly. Someone who will keep going even in the face of adversity. This is such a beautiful card. Thank you. This is a custom tarot deck I had made especially for me. In my opinion, any tarot reader worth their weight in salt should get a custom tarot deck. Now, let's see. Okay, next card. Here we go. The card at the top represents another person involved. Specifically a woman, since this is the Empress card. Would that be me? Am I the woman? No, stupid, you're the Fool. Since this is a tarot reading for you, I'd actually interpret that the woman is Clara. The magician's wife? I'm sure her ghost is here, and as long as you're in this house, you and her will be connected. Yay! Alright, what's it? The Tower. The leftmost card represents a past event. The Tower is associated with sudden disruption and potentially destructive change. It can also mean liberation and the gaining of freedom. But in terms of destruction, change happening in the past, I divine it is Clara's past. Well, that can't be good. No, it doesn't exactly look good, although the card's pretty. Oh, death is often a misunderstood symbol. It doesn't necessarily represent a literal death. It can mean the death of an old way of life and the beginning of a new one. In other words, it could be a change as simple as adopting a dog. Or moving to a spooky mansion. Right. So to sum it all up, I believe that there's going to be strange changes coming soon in your life. Something to do with this mansion's dark past. You'd best be careful. I mean, I know you've said that you don't believe in ghosts. You may think that this is a load of hogwash. No, it was really interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. Interesting? Well, I'd better get going. That's all I have left to say. I'll see you later. Bye. With that, Trolley left. I remembered! Go me. Go me. Rebecca turned to me. So, what now? Well, we still have a lot of unpacking to do, but I kind of want to do a bit of exploring first. Why don't we leave the rest of the luggage till later? It's only 2 suitcases. Look, I can do it myself. You can explore that house, and I'll catch up with you later. Okay. Bye. Well, it's official. I'm trapped in a horror game. A badly written horror game. Never mind. I'll just go and get the luggage, shall I? Well, you know what, guys? That is gonna do it for this episode. I know, this was all just kind of like build-up story stuff. So I kind of let it run long, and I know nothing really happened other than a predictable tarot card reading. But I hope you guys will stick around for the rest of this game, because I'm really liking it. I really love the art style. It looks like it's going to be a fun story of a fun haunted house where great things are going to happen and nothing terrible will happen. We're going to love this house. This is the whole game. Us just building our new home and life with Rebecca. It's gonna be great. It's The Sims. He's trapped in The Sims. Silly boy, you thought it was a horror game? You're in the goth's house. Just calm it down, dude. But alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this game. If you are, please leave me a like and a comment down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Also, if you'd like to, and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more awesomely awesome content. And follow me on Twitters, because that's where I do my tweets. But alright guys, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!